Today we're in the west of Scotland, where it's beautiful, but making a living has always been hard. So would independence make that easier?
But Glenn! But Jess!
Angus McFadden farms beef, cattle and sheep, and he's lived here all his life. But he relies on payments from Europe, and he believes any disruption to EU membership caused by independence would be a disaster.
1 year gap in funding for the fragile industry that we have in this part of the world is enough to finish us all. The only thing that would convince me is if the negotiations were complete before the 18th of September and I could see exactly what was getting. That's the only way I'd be convinced. Until then, I can't take that step. I can't risk that step. I can't afford that step. And I won't be the only farmer that will be telling you the same story.
Down on the coast, Oban relies on tourism, so would independence make a difference here? Dougal Cameron's the local Church of Scotland minister. He knows the town inside out, and he believes Scots will thrive when they have full control of their economy.
I think it's taken responsibility for Scotland, ourselves, but in a partnership, a mature partnership. I think rather than when you're part of the UK, you're like in bed with an elephant with England down south. I love elephants, so that's not the issue. But I think, you know, if it turns over, you get kind of squashed.
On the slopes of Ben Cruachan looms the great dam of a hydroelectric power plant. Facilities like this mean Scotland is already an exporter of electricity. They already generate enough electricity here to power a city the size of Edinburgh, but the ambition is to do so much more than that, maybe even to double the capacity of what's produced here, because the Yes campaign believes Scotland's sitting on a vast reservoir of natural energy, which is just waiting to be tapped. In the hollowed out granite mountain below the dam, the water power is turned into electricity, and the dream is to expand Scotland's renewable energy like hydro. But the money for that currently comes from a levy on bills paid by British consumers. So what happens if Scotland goes its own way?
We would hope that both government in Westminster, government in Scotland would work together to find a way to allow investment to continue in Scotland's renewable energy sector.
But that is just a hope, and like Scotland's farmers and Europe, no one can know for sure what will happen after independence. Scottish voters will have to decide whether to be driven by the possibilities or by the uncertainties.